I feel that even with the November 2018 Forbidden list, nothing has changed in terms of the best decks of the format. Let's take a look at the TheCaliEffect's hierarchy, and I can show you exactly what I mean. Number 5 is still Goki. Losing Fireball Dragon does hurt. Losing the Dark Warrior counterparts does hurt, but the deck still has access to a searchable monster reborn inside of Goki Rematch. Also, combined with the fact that Topologic Gumblar Dragon and Trigate Wizard are still cards, the deck will be fine. Number 4 on this list is Danger. And if for some reason you think that this deck isn't still dangerous, maybe I'm just not punny anymore. The deck can still extra link. Topologic Gumblar Dragon is now a focal point of the deck, being able to gain abilities just by discarding cards from your opponent's hand, as well as if your opponent Topologic Gumblar Dragon's you'll be having a good time. Don't sleep on Danger, and it's actually a deck that might get some support inside of the Savage Strike set. Next on this list is Burning Abyss. We cannot keep calling Burning Abyss an underrated deck. It just can't happen. Fairy Tale Snow, we already know is a powerful card. Beatrice is already know is a powerful card. But what if I told you that this deck can link climb and doesn't even have its main link monster yet? Burning Abyss just needs a player base. Seriously, it's one of the best decks of the format. No excuses. Number 2 on this list is Thunder Dragon. Now, Thunder Dragon seems like Konami's love child. While because it suddenly gets some support inside of the next set, inside of Savage Strike, it'll probably continue to get support, and even more importantly, I feel like every Forbidden list until the end of next year won't hurt Thunder Dragon whatsoever. Expect Thunder Dragon to be a very powerful deck, not only because it has Thunder Dragon Colossus and Thunder Dragon Titan, but because it's almost one of those unhittable strategies. Last is going to be Sky Striker. Number 1 on this list, it still has the ability to generate resources, it can outgrind your opponent, doesn't really care too much about the main monster zone. People still have to side for this deck. Nothing has changed. Sky Striker has gotten better while its competition has gotten worse. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like, and if you didn't, let me know down below in the comment section what we could do to be better. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys have a great day, like I am. Wait. We're not done? That you guys wanted to see top 5 underrated decks too, right? Well, that's a different story. I think that there are some really good underrated decks that can really sneak on the opponent and take out some of these top tier decks. Maybe somewhere down the line, these might be one of the best decks of the format, but until then, I think that they're very powerful, and I'm going to show you guys which ones. I'm TheCaliEffect, and if you guys want to see more videos like this, then go and destroy that subscribe button. But more importantly, go ahead and hit that notification bell because, well, we just too strong. Also want to give a special thanks to every single one of my Patreons. Without you guys, videos like this would not be possible. Also, a mad shout out to our newest Patreon, Michael Oliver. I hope you enjoy the top dogs, man. Make sure to add yourself to that Discord so we can get you properly situated into the top dogs category and take advantage of those rewards. Without further ado, I present you 5 underrated decks inside of this Yu-Gi-Oh format. And yes, I gave you guys the best decks because you asked for it on YouTube. Now I'm going to give you guys some underrated decks. Number 5 on this list is helped a great deal by the Forbidden list. Cosmos are back, ladies and gentlemen, and I think that they're a very much underrated deck because Cosmo Dark Destroyer is sneaky. I think people do remember that Cosmo Dark Destroyer is a 3,000 beater that can destroy monsters on your opponent's side of the field, and you combine that with your Psychic Cosmo Pilot monsters, you can practically destroy monsters on your opponent's side of the field on their turn. But what people don't seem to realize is that these Cosmo ships cannot be targeted. Not only having one copy of one Dark Destroyer is almost improbable to get rid of, but the ability of your opponent to now have 3? This deck is really good, and Cosmos can be combined with a myriad of other strategies. You can combine them with Metal Foes so you can pendulum summon them out to OTK your opponent. You can combine them with True Dracos, the ability to destroy your Cosmos ships and gain some advantage as well as control the board. Or you can combine them with Fire Kings, the ability to continuously destroy the board and just dominate boards is insane. Cosmos are a very, very powerful deck, and even the pure version is still really good. It also has a very powerful field spell in Cosmo Town, basically allowing you to unbrick your hands as well as add resources from your banished pile to your hand. I would not sleep on Cosmos as one of the better decks, one of the more underrated decks because of its ability to be able to flex with any other strategy, also with the ability to be able to summon Dark Destroyer, a 3,000 beater, destroy your other ships, summon a Farm Girl to attack directly, add another Dark ship, and then attack for game. It's a very, very good deck. Number 4 on this list is almost like Burning Abyss. Why? Because it's a deck that came out in Master Rule 3, but Master Rule 4 made it that much better. ABC is that deck, and I'm telling you guys, what's better than using your ABC monsters for an Xseed summon? Well, a Link summon, because you'll be able to gain the abilities of your Burning Abyss monsters, as well as have a Link monster that can potentially give you some advantage. Now, the deck did get a lot more powerful with the new Link monsters that have came out. Summon Sorceress is still a threat, and while it might not have the ability to place monsters on the side of the field like Burning Abyss to make some quick summons, it still has quite a few tricks up its sleeve to make some boards. It actually can summon ABC Dragon Buster faster than normal, and I know you guys want to see a deck profile on this because it is that much of a powerful deck. I feel that ABCs definitely have its place in the meta and definitely could ruin the opponent's day, because summoning ABC Dragon Busters to disrupt your opponent, but even more importantly to tribute itself to gain more advantage, is just too strong. Number 3 on this list is a very, very good deck, and it's actually one of my favorite decks because while it did adapt from Master Rule 3 to Master Rule 4, it did it differently than how Burning Abyss and ABC did it. While Burning Abyss and ABC love link climbing, this deck just forgoes all monsters in the extra deck just to be that bully on the block. And the reason why I call it that, because no matter how bad your opponent tries to worm out, and even if your opponent does worm out the situation, it pulls out the Draco and then finishes it off. Get it? Worm, Draco. True Draco is that deck, ladies and gentlemen. It has everything that it needs, taking advantage of its low monster count, being able to draw and search cards efficiently. It puts the pedal to the floor when it comes in terms of effect negation. You have cards like Skill Drain and the Monarch's Erupt just to prevent any monster from being on the field from using its effects. And you also have monsters like Inspector, Border, and Amano Awato, preventing your opponent from using hand traps when you want to break the board with your spell and trap cards by tributing them. Or if you want to just say, nah, my opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Unless they start summoning these other cards first, which will only trigger the effects of my Draco cards to give me more advantage. It's a bully on the block because it prevents the opponent from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And if it does allow the opponent to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's only playing into True Draco's hands. I think that this deck is definitely slept on because it's just another one of those decks people decided to drop in favor of other strategies, but it's really powerful. It's almost an anti-meta meta-like deck that can beat other anti-meta decks pretty consistently with its back row destruction, as well as its monster capabilities to destroy monsters on the side of the field. And if they're too big, just have to attack and run right over. Number 2 on this list would be a little unfair to put at number 1 twice, even though I do think it's one of the most underrated decks of the format. And no, I'm not pranking you when I say prank kids are that good. They actually just got new support today inside of Soul Fusion Special Edition in Prank Kids Roxy's, and that's why it's on this list again. Roxy's makes the deck a lot better. The ability to banish cards from your hand, especially summon another Prank Kids monster to your side of the field, is amazing because you can combine it with Thunder Dragons, gaining their effects, as well as the ability to summon other Prank Kids monsters, have a 4 Prank Kids monsters to work with when you start to Link Summon or Fusion Summon. The best thing about this deck is that it can actually Harpy's Feather Duster and or Raigeki on your opponent's turn. Oh my, this deck is really powerful. The ability to recur monsters from its graveyard should not go unnoticed, and its ability to play nice with other decks such as Thunder Dragons and Invoked, and just about any other deck that you think could work with it probably does work with the deck pretty well. I think that Prank Kids are a deck that you guys should watch out for. Right now, Prank Kids House are only $10, and that is the most expensive part of this deck. I think you can get this entire deck for less than $40. I feel that you should pick it up before it is too late, before Prank Kids just explode out the roof and become one of those decks that you need to prepare to beat. Number 1 on this list was really hard to decide. Why? Because there are so many. I have them like all pulled up that are just insanely powerful. There's Mermail, there's Invoked, there's Infernoids, there's Frogs, there's Crusadias, there's Paleos, there's Cyber Dragons, there's my Left Stroke, Jeswin Spiral, Trickstar, Altergeist, Mech Knight. There are so many decks that I want you guys to post down below in the comment section. What do you think is the best deck of the format, or what do you think is the most underrated deck, or just give me your top 5. Number 1 on this list is YuGiOh. I didn't think that I would actually put it from number 5 to number 1, but I think it has a really big subtlety to it, and it's vastly underrated. The Dark Warrior strategy was hit, so this just might be the best warrior strategy, possibly even better than Goki if it's played the right way. Noble Knights are insane, and yes, you are restricted to only summoning Noble Knights if you play it a certain way, but it becomes very rewarding because you have cards like Until Noble Arms Are Needed once again that get you free Noble Knight monsters to your side of the field. You have the ability to have a strong monster, at least 2,200 attack or whatever it is, an Artorigus that can't be targeted, can't be destroyed. When he's destroyed, you get other things. It's just insane. The ability to destroy monsters in mass or back row in mass is really easy for this deck, and I'm excited to see it dominate or at least take some events, because Noble Knights are a deck that have been often hyped and have fell flat on its face. I think now is the time for Noble Knights to take that huge step and at least show me that you can top a regional level event. I think that this deck is too strong. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. Again, post down below in the comment section what you guys think are the best decks of the format, as well as give me your top 5 underrated decks. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys having a great day like I am.